Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Boykin versus Gully.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Good day. Mr. Boykin, you claim that your relationship with the defendant was nothing more than a spring fling. You say after disappearing for 9 months, Ms. Gully resurfaced claiming you fathered her son, Messiah Gully. You are certain that this is not your child and plan to prove that in court today. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Gully, you say that the defendant is the only man you slept with during the window of conception, and you are positive he is Messiah's biological father. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Boykin, I'll start with you. Why are you so certain you aren't the father?
Your Honor, I'm here to prove and to tell the court and to tell her that I am not the father. I am not Messiah's father. We only had sex a couple times. It was like a summer breeze going through the wind. I actually did not know that she was pregnant.
And so you truly believe you are not this child's father?
I'm not the father, Your Honor.
Ms. Gully, are you certain Mr. Boykin is your child's biological father?
Yes, I am certain he's my child's father. He's the only man that I've been with during the time that I got pregnant. There's no other guy.
And why do you think he's denying?
I mean, like, I have no idea. He knew that I was pregnant because I called him from the hospital when I found out that I was pregnant.
So you notified him, you told him?
Yes.
So you're saying that's a lie for him to come in here and say that he didn't even know you were pregnant?
Correct.
All right, I want to know how you all met. What's this relationship about?
We were just friends at the time. I mean, chilling, hooking up, basically having sex.
So this was a sexual relationship?
Yes.
It wasn't a committed relationship, Mr. Boykin?
No, Your Honor.
How'd you meet?
I met her at the store.
Okay.
I met her at the store, you know. Talked to her a couple times. We ended up having sex a couple times. It was just a sex thing.
We exchanged numbers.
Oh, you just meet at the store, exchange numbers, then you just had sex?
That was it.
Yes. Not that same day, no.
Okay. How often were you having sex, Mr. Boykin?
A few times, Your Honor. I stopped messing with her like in August.
Were you using protection?
At first we was, but then I started.
We never used protection. Never.
And I see Messiah was born in April. So, Mr. Boykin, that would put the window of conception right around the time you were having sex with Miss Gully?
How is that, Your Honor?
Because you said you had sex over the course of a few months. If you had sex over the course of a few months and somewhere about 10 months later she says she's pregnant, that seems to be the window of time that the baby would be conceived.
I am not the father. I am not the father.
How did you find out she was pregnant?
I called him from the hospital and told him I was pregnant.
And you were at the hospital and you found out you were pregnant?
Yes,
Your
ma'am.
Honor.
I called Darius and I told him that I was...
You called Mr. Boykin?
Yes, ma'am.
And the conversation went like?
He said right off that he wasn't the father, but I told him
Your
that
Honor.
he was the only man that I was with at the time that I conceived.
Do you remember getting that call, Mr. Boykin?
Yes, when she was calling me, asking me for money.
So hold on.
Like it was a relationship.
I never
it
called
was never
you that
a
day and
relationship,
asked you
Your
for
Honor.
money.
Do you remember getting the call saying, Mr. Boykin, I'm pregnant?
After 10 months later, you know how she got back in touch with me through a Facebook friend of mine's. After 10 months, I was never there through the pregnancy.
We lost contact, so yes, I
Didn't
found a
lose
way to get in
contact.
touch with
She
him.
stopped messing with me, Your Honor.
Right.
She stopped calling me. I was never there through the pregnancy or none of that.
So wait a minute. You were saying through the whole pregnancy,
I
you
was never
heard
there.
nothing?
Nothing.
No.
So you didn't even know she was pregnant?
He knew because I called him from the hospital.
She called me after the day she had the baby in the hospital.
I called him after I had my baby, after I cut him off, months before I had my baby, because all he did was call me, wanted to have sex. That was it. And I was sick and went up for it.
You just said, I don't want to deal with this?
Yes.
Because he wasn't trying to have a relationship.
Right.
Go to dinner, or go to the movies, or anything like that.
Ask me, I'm feeling okay. No.
Because we are not in a relationship.
Tell me how you see this, because you two are definitely on two different pages.
I understand that, but I'm trying to be on the right page because I know for a fact that's not my child.
So you had gone on about your life after she cut you off.
Exactly.
You were living your life. You weren't thinking anything about her. And all of a sudden,
Didn't
a friend...
talk to her, period, until she had the baby at the hospital. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't go up there the first day. But the second day I went up there, Your Honor, I hit the lobby. I'm thinking like, Darius, is this your baby? This what's going on in my head. I'm in the lobby thinking this, you know? Is this my baby? And I said, no, Darius, this ain't your baby. So I ain't gonna lie, Your Honor.
You were having a conversation with yourself in your head.
With myself in the lobby before I even went upstairs to the room to see the baby. So I'm like, is this my baby? Then some tell me, Darius, this ain't your baby.
If you had
now look
doubt,
what's going on.
Why would
Your
you
Honor,
show up?
Why would you get in touch with me through Facebook to let me know that I'm your child's father? You understand? You see where I'm coming from now? So, after my friend had
But she said she cut you off, so did you have a new
exactly.
number?
So if she cut me off, how's I'm my father? Her
Yes,
child's
his number
father.
I
changed.
need you to understand that just because she cut
understand
you
you.
off doesn't mean that you didn't impregnate her before she cut you off.
No.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Did you finally, after you talked to yourself and you went back and forth, did you finally go up there?
Your Honor, yeah, after I got myself together, I went up there. I hold the baby, I was looking at it. Then I looked at her, looking at the baby, looked at her, and I said, no, this ain't my baby.
He
That's
was
how
happy.
I felt.
He stared at him for a minute, then he kissed him. He held him for a minute, maybe like 10 minutes, then he put him back down. And he told me he'll be keeping in touch, and he left.
I'll be keeping in touch.
Right.
Did you keep in touch?
She didn't keep in touch. I didn't keep in touch.
Yes, ma'am, we did. But he also denied after I left the hospital being a father.
So you obviously didn't sign the birth certificate.
No.
No, ma'am.
And Messiah's 2 months now.
Yes, ma'am.
So what has Mr. Boykin done for or with
Nothing.
Messiah?
Nothing. He bought a DNA testing to test my son to see if he's the father, but we never did because he wanted me to go half. And I didn't
Okay.
have the money at the time and I wasn't working. Okay,
So I
if
said-
you bought the
I
DNA
said-
testing, why you just
So I
pay for the
said
whole
to
thing
her,
if you
I
want to know
said-
if it's your child?
I'm gonna buy the DNA test. I said, we're gonna go half. It costs like $135, I think $140 to send back to the lab to get the results.
And I didn't have half.
I said, I was willing to go half if she go half. She didn't go half. You know what she did?
It
y'all?
didn't make sense
She
to
took
me.
the test back. She took the test back on her own without me telling her.
Wait, she took the test back and did what?
She took it back. I guess she got the money back. I kept asking her, can I get it?
Yes, I
Miss
did.
Gully,
take the
did you take the test
Yes.
back and get the money?
Yes, I bought my baby Pampers and wipes with it.
Well, the babies do need Pampers and wipes. And I mean, you have to understand, Mr. Boykin. I mean, Miss Gully had just had the baby. How's she going half on a DNA test and all
No
of that,
job.
and she's still trying to heal and deal with the baby? Why wouldn't you just say, I want this result, I'm gonna pay for this test as long as you agree to just test the baby?
I was trying to do that, Your Honor. Reason why I said half, because she said she had half.
My point is, that was the moment where you had to have that conversation with yourself and say, well, Darius, if she don't have the money, you might not be able to get this test. Well, maybe you should go on and pay it. Well, maybe I should. You should have went back to talking to yourself and said, you know what, if I'm gonna get the answer to this question that I have, I may have to pay for it. Now I'm concerned about the fact that you are certain you are not this child's father.
I'm certain. She told me it's a possibility that
I
it
mean,
might
it
be.
was another guy,
Then-
but
exactly.
the
Then she
dates
said,
don't add up.
then she said,
the dates don't,
then she
do
said,
not
to my
add
own
up.
baby.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Miss Gully, you testified that this was the only man you were with. Who's this other man?
He's not the father. Darius is the father. I don't believe the other guy's the father.
Okay, believe is something completely different.
I know Darius is the father.
So who is this other guy?
A long-term friend.
And you were having sex with him unprotected as well?
Yes.
How often were you with that man?
Maybe a few times before I got pregnant.
That is a recipe for pregnancy. Were you also sleeping with Mr. Boykin at the same time?
No.
It's your testimony that during the window of time when Messiah was conceived, you were only sleeping with Mr. Boykin.
Right.
Mr. Boykin, you believe, though, that this other man is a potential father. What did you know about him?
Nothing.
Nothing but what she told me. Nothing
What
but
did she
told me.
tell you?
It's a possibility it might be his, and a possibility it might be yours. That's exactly what she told me.
And when
That's
did she
why I
tell
felt
you
like-
this? At what point in this process, in this timeline, did she tell you that?
After she had the baby, Your Honor.
After the baby was born?
No, ma'am.
We ain't get back. We ain't start talking until you had the baby. I did not talk to you until you had the baby.
Right.
Okay, well, so tell the truth.
That's what I told
Did you ever tell him, Miss Gully, that it could possibly be his baby or someone else's?
Like I told him, I strongly believe he's the father. I was messing around with this other guy. No, I don't believe he's the father.
Your Honor, shit not sure. That's unbalanced. How you gonna say you believe? Tell me I am or not.
Well, I know you're the father. He looks just like him.
Baby don't look like me.
And
Your
you submitted some pictures to the court that you say prove that Mr. Boykin is Messiah's biological father. This is a picture of beautiful baby Messiah,
You see the resemblance.
and you believe this picture, you say there's a dent in the nose that's the same.
ma'am. Yes. Right.
And in your words, you say they have the same basketball head.
yes.
He said it's not shaped like mine.
And finally, you
Parrot head.
submitted this one. And you say he has his daddy's dimples.
I don't have no dimples. Baby doesn't look nothing like me. I don't know what she see.
So when you look at the baby, you don't see yourself.
I
I just
do.
can't see.
I do.
I can't see it.
I do. Look at this smile.
I mean, I can see it in my other
at
children,
the
Your Honor,
dent
but I
right
can't
there.
see it in that baby there.
Sit on the forehead.
Forehead shaped like a pear, mine shaped, a big baby head shaped like a pear.
About the same.
So, Mr. Boykin,
Yes, Your Honor.
if the test proves you are Messiah's biological father, are you willing to step up? Are you willing to be a father to this beautiful baby
Of course,
boy?
Your Honor.
You are.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Gully, what would you like him to do?
When the results prove you're the father, I need you to step up and be a father. I already have 2 other kids to take care of, and it's hard with them. So I need you to step up and do your part.
And talk to him about what it would mean for Messiah to have a father in his life.
He know it's things as a mother that I can't teach him that his father can. So he most definitely gonna need his father in his life.
And as you've been through this time, I mean, you have just had him 2 months ago. I know you're just still dealing with that.
Yes,
And I see you're emotional.
very.
What are you feeling in this moment?
Like I just wanna get him his results and move on for his co-parenting, whatever it takes for him to be in his life. I had a good childhood coming up, and I expect for my son to be the same.
And you've had tears in your eyes this entire case.
It's very emotional. I'm just ready to get it behind me, get this stress off of me.
When you say the stress,
It stresses me because he's denying being the father. I mean, like, he know.
Mr. Boykin, are you ready for the results?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
All right. Let's get those results. Jerome,
There you go.
thank you.
You're welcome.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. In the case of Boykin versus Gully, when it comes to 2-month-old Messiah Gully, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Boykin, you are not the father. You are not the father, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Miss Gully, I could tell that in your mind you had done the calculation and you truly thought Mr. Boykin was your child's biological father. I have to ask you respectfully, do you know who Messiah's biological father is?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this the other man you informed that he could potentially be the father?
Yes.
Does he want to be in Messiah's life?
I hope. I mean, I don't know.
Do you know where he is?
Yes.
All right. I know this is not what you expected, but this is the truth, and you need to know, and Mr. Boykin needed to know. It's time now. This truth it only prepares you to go forward. Meaning now you know, with every step you take, you need to be more honest with yourself. You now can understand and appreciate the stress and the thought process Mr. Boykin was going through all this time as well, only to find out this really isn't his child. Is there anything you'd like to say to Mr. Boykin?
I apologize. That's all I have to say to him.
What are you feeling in this moment, Mr. Boykin?
I'm glad that we got the situation handled. But I was preparing myself for it, you know. I ain't the man upstairs, but, you know, I try to be a man doing manly things in this world, you know. I accept the apology.
That's good. All right, so we go forward from here. We have counseling and resources for you both. I want you to talk to Dr. Jeff. Ms. Gully, I want you to start thinking about what you will do and how you're going to reach out to this other gentleman. We want to make sure Messiah has his father in his life. And when you get in touch with him, if you need this court, we're here. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
We wish you all the very best. Court is adjourned.